Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today I was thinking that I would play a little bit of Brawl, and then I noticed that the workshop update, or thingamajig, workshop event, whatever you want to call it, actually is Brawl. So we're going to be playing around with this today. We get to choose between two decks, Chevill, which we've shown off before, and then a Vadrok deck, which I don't believe we've actually played just yet, but it is definitely on my list of to-dos. So the decks that I'm looking at now with this Chevill, I've had a quick look over this one. It's definitely an inferior version to the one that I've built, mostly because it seems like the vast majority of the removal is fight-based. So that's something that we get to keep in mind when we play the opposite deck. There are obviously like Erebos' interventions and, well, Pelucranos fights, kind of a thing. This is almost a fight spell, but not really. But yeah, it's all going to matter as to the creatures that they currently have in play. Unfortunately for us, Chevill has Death Touch, so there is that. But yeah, that's what we're going to be going up against. But today we're going to be playing with this Vadrok Apex of Thunder deck. So a 3-mana 3/3 with flying and first strike. You can mutate it for 4, and when this creature mutates, you may cast a target non-creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. So basically, this section right here we get to play around with. And we can either mutate Vadrok onto something or have something mutate onto it. So we do have some mutate synergies, Sea Dasher, Octopus, Lord, Drakis, things like that. 9 times out of 10, they were probably going to be wanting to mutate this onto something because it's just a lot less risky that way. But yeah, there's lots of fun stuff in here. There's Talrand, which is not technically Brawl, but it is Arena Brawl legal, so that's in here, so that's going to be fun to play around with. We got some cheap spells in Warrant Warden and Depose Deploy and Integrity Intervention, but these are converting mana cost higher. I don't think you can cast these with Vadrok. Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. But yeah, it's got lots of fun stuff in here. So like Shark Typhoon, speaks for itself, very fun, and Inspired Ultimatum. Quite excited to play around with this one actually, so if you do enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get to it. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button below the video or check out the Patreon link down in the description below. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty then, we're in. And this hand's... it's a thing. What does this thing do again? 5 mana, 4/2. When it enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to target creature an opponent controls, where X is the number of instants and sorceries. Okay. Well, I like our mana base. I just don't really like much more other than that. I think based off the mana base being Scrylands, though, I could probably keep this hand. We even got Cub Warden that we can mutate onto as well. Yeah, I'm gonna try this one out. So our opponent, I don't think I actually went into what our opponent's commander actually does, but if you want to check out a Chevill deck, I've built one myself. It's not too bad, actually. It does fold to high-value decks, though, to be fair. I'm going to bottom the Shore Shark. So Chevill, Bane of Monsters, is a Golgari commander for 1/3 Death Touch. Ooh, boy, that's an Arcane Signet. I think we want to ramp. 1/3 with Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponents control no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. And then if a creature with a bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. So we want to be killing Chevill whenever possible. Which... oh, we're stuck in attackers for some reason. Oh, it's because of my integrity. Makes sense. Flame Spill. That's probably something we want to Chevill onto. Should I do it now? I guess I might as well do it now. Let's just do Temple. Target creature fights another target creature. Don't really want that. Yeah, I guess I might as well... actually, we'll let them play out their turn, because if we kill Chevill on their turn after they play something, then they might play something with Chevill being alive in mind. Yeah, well. Get some hand disruption in there. So 3 damage to Chevill, 1 to our opponent. It's going to cost 4 mana now. So what do you take? Cub Warden? Yeah. That's probably what I would have gone with. Ooh, Whirlwind of Thought is going to be solid. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. I don't think I remember seeing too much enchantment removal in their deck, so... Should be able to gain tons of life off of that, and then we've got this intervention to kill Chevill again, if that's what they replay here. Leyline Prowler. We've got Sweet Water Cliffs. Alright, well, Cliffs... I might just go with the Crystal, actually. Get to draw a card off of that, and then we've got 2 mana to spend on something. Talrand, okay. That's okay. So I'm not sure whether I want to use this Integrity as kind of a save from fight spells. Oh boy. That's going to be problematic. For sure. An 8/7. How do we deal with that? We've got Justice Strike in the deck. Warrant Warden. There's Flame Spill in here, but pretty much anything that we drop down's gonna die. Yeah, they've just got too much of an opportunity to kill my stuff. I think I just pass, honestly. Just intervention. I guess I could intervention the Leyline Prowler now to draw a card. Callous Dismissal. Actually, that works. Let's get rid of that. Draw a card, bounce it for the time being, and then pass the turn. They need a land to play Gargos out right now. It buys us a little bit of time at least. Lava Coil. So we have 3 spells in the yard now. So I could go 4 damage, 5, 6, 7 and kill it. Gonna lose our token obviously, but killing a Gargo seems pretty huge. Forbidden Friendship. So yeah. Get rid of Gargos. Gets exiled. And we'll pass the turn. Now we have something that we can mutate onto. If we choose to do so. Might as well have a 4/2 flying Death Strike and Thingamajig. Could do with some removal for Chevill, but... we'll see. I mean, if we go Temple, we might want to do Forbidden Friendship to draw that card. Could even go Talrand, Friendship. Just try go wide so that Chevill can't really get too much good value in. So Talrand comes down. Forbidden Friendship draws us a card and makes us a Drake. And 2 1/1s. Leaves us with 2 mana to potentially find Jaya's Greeting, something like that. We didn't get it. That's fine. Not the end of the world. Alright, we'll get him with the 4/2, because there's no way in hell that they actually let that kill their Chevill. And yeah, bounty counter on Talrand and then have it be killed is probably the likely outcome here. I feel like we've gone quite wide. I guess we could have actually gone Vadrok on the mutate. Forgot about that. Some things just pass me by on occasion. Alright, goodbye, Talrand. They draw a card. This is going to be a close game, I think. Vivian Monster's Advocate. Well, if they don't do Reach with the token, which they do, alright, then they were going to face down some pretty big value. Alright, well, I guess actually we've even got Vadrok to kill the Reaching token to kill Vivian. But then they've got Chevill open. So I might not want to do that. I might want to just... Yeah, I mean, we can still kill. So we want to mutate Vadrok to give it flying on the Electromancer. Let's put it underneath. Make it a 4-2 first striking, nonsense dealing monster. So now we've got plenty here. Now we'll go with Flame Spill. Cast that on Chevill. Draw a card. Ooh, opt. That's very good. Land, Mystic, and then let's send some stuff. So this one gets blocked, and then these kill Vivian. Yeah, so lose a Drake token, they lose Vivian, they get a 3/3 Reacher. We're going to save this opt because we don't quite know what we want from it yet, so it helps to know what you're digging for before you cast this opt. We're in no rush to do it either. We're going to gain a bird token from doing it and draw 2 cards for 1 mana. Seems valuable. This Whirlwind of Thought is absurd. I don't even know if I'd be in this game without this card right now. Endray's Foreigners. Yeah, don't know if I care too much about that. It is going to be, like, temporarily a problem. Might as well opt now, I guess. Okay, so, birds draw. Get Dreamtail Heron. We're going to bottom that. Dreamtail Heron does mean that I can... Oh, you see, that might be quite good for the Endray's Foreigners later. Going to take all the damage. It's got Trample right now, but this one loses Trample later. Polywog Symbiote. So yeah, we can warrant the Endray's Foreigners to slow them down a bit. I've got the Dreamtail Heron, which is enough to potentially, like, Lava Coil or Flame Spill is probably better. The token. So let's do that. Got to mutate onto this one in order to do that. 4-2 is better than 3-4, and our opponent knows it. Alright, cool. Yeah, the Whirlwind of Thought there definitely carried this game, without a doubt. Yeah, there's just too much going on. I guess I should have even maybe played the Symbiote, but I don't know if there's ever a card that would make me want to discard this Warrant Warden. I don't know. Anyway, next game. Alrighty then, we're in, and we got that Whirlwind of Thought, baby, so I don't know if we can take this one. Sorry, throw this one away. We're definitely taking this one. So, our opponent will have early Chevill, and we've got nothing to do about that, but Whirlwind of Thought should hopefully dig us into our answers along the way. And a Shock for some early game. Can't quite remember what they had in their early game. Maybe they have Birds... I said Birds of Paradise. I always say Birds of Paradise when Gilded Goose has been mentioned. I don't know why. Just can't help myself. But yeah, it's better than not having it, I suppose. Alright, so next turn we get to Crystal, which will give us that white mana we need for Vadrok and the Crystal. Oh, Whirlwind of Thought, sorry. God, I'm getting tripped over left, right, and center today. Alright, so now we're going to go Crystal. It's highly unlikely our opponent will tap the Paradise Druid here, but if they do, then we get to shock it. Or we get Whirlwind of Thought next turn and we get to shock as well for a card draw. Opportunities are endless. Well, if they got another 2-drop, then they might want to go about doing that. Or maybe they get greedy and go for their damage. They did not. Alright, so I'm going to play a Mountain. I'm going to go Whirlwind of Thought here. So that this shock draws me a card. I think if I never run out of cards, I don't have too much to worry about. So, as long as we don't have a creature to give our opponent a bounty counter for, Chevill's not going to be doing too much. There's Beanstalk Giant, okay. It's got 3 mana to work with. Hit me for 1. That's fine. I'm not going to shock them in the face. It doesn't actually provide me any value doing that. I could go Talrand, and then I have the shock for the Drakes. Alternatively, I've got this Phoenix. But I'd prefer to mutate this onto something, honestly. Yeah, because it'll come back with this feather token, essentially, which is very nice. I might just go land tapped. There's no way they don't have answers to Talrand, so it's a bit of a waste playing a 4-mana 2/2, essentially, that forces me to use a shock to get that value. And I could go with the Phoenix. I just feel like there's so much better value later down the line with that card. I'm not feeling particularly pressured either, so... I mean, this is where they get to go Beanstalk Giant, I guess. Or not. Fascinating. Clash of the Titans. Alright. So now I get to do... Vadrok Phoenix. Or Phoenix Vadrok. Something like that. We just don't have anything in our yard just yet. I might just play Phoenix now. See what they want to do about killing this Phoenix, if anything. So they get the bounty counter. So if he dies, they get to draw a card. Unless I block it with block Chevill. Giant Growth. Shock. Okay. Well, we got extra cards out of them. Ooh, Flame Spill. That gets rid of Chevill. So we could do Talrand Flame Spill. We don't have to worry about the bounty counter there. We've got the Callous Dismissal for any big creatures as well. So let's draw a card, make a 2/2, get rid of Chevill, deal him 1. Winged Words is very good. We now have a mutate target that's not already directly open to heavy scale removal like Talrand is. So now Vadrok can kill Chevill every time it mutates. Which is pretty fun. I'm assuming Talrand's already dead. So they could replay Chevill and they've got 4 mana, just use any kind of removal spell. I know they've got lots of fight in there. Voracious Hydra, yeah. It's a big boy. That's where they get the advantage from. For sure. Alright, I think I'm just going to draw 3 cards. We'll go Temple first, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I kind of think that this is really good to kill Chevill, isn't it? So let's do Temple. Get Ral. Ral seems pretty damn good, being minused on extra card draw spells and all sorts like that. Yeah, I think Ral can definitely be one of the cards we want. We've got God's Willing. Okay, well. I'm going to swing for 2. We'll pass the turn. I want to see if they'll play Chevill here. Because if they do, I can get Chevill with Death Touch to fight the Voracious Hydra. It's like combat first, which is smart. Get in with a Druid. Interesting. I feel like they must be playing Chevill now, right? Meteor Golem. Yeah, I guess rid of Whirlwind of Thought. Oof. Last minute use of my spells? I don't think so. Yeah, there's our thing removed. No more major card advantage for us. Although I do have now the answer to Voracious Hydra with Ral minus with Lava Coil. So I guess we take that. Next instant or sorcery is doubled. So we're going to double it on this Voracious Hydra. Ping our opponent with the passive. And because we copied, we get to ping him again. And then... I guess we kind of have to Callous Dismissal the Paradise Druid. Otherwise we lose our Ral. Ping you. Now we've got a blocker and a spare one. Do we want the spare one as well? Probably, right? Their whole deck is removal spells, so gotta... Oh dear. Oh boy. Yeah, gotta take our chances that they have the perfect answer. Well, can't take any damage. I think we're just losing this one.
Talk to my lab assistant if you want a rematch.
Okay, so... Flame Spill is the most damage we can deal. We've also got Winged Words to draw extra cards. I guess we're going with Vadrok here on this token. Make it a 4/4. So are we going to go Winged Words, or do we want to fight the Meteor Golem? I think we have to dig out of this, right? I think we really need to dig. Dig, 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 dig. Warrant Warden. Don't want the Evolving Wilds. I just don't see a world where we win here at this rate. Yeah, I just kind of have to pass. If I attack, it's going to be blatantly obvious I have an answer to what they're doing. I really need them to play Chevill so I can have Clash of Titans Chevill on Endra's Foreigners. But it doesn't look like that's going to work out here. Give protection from green with God's Willing. If they have the fight for Vadrok. Crawl Harpooner. Well, protection from green still works here. Interesting. I guess they didn't have the extra creature. Thought we'd killed one by now. I guess we hadn't. Beanstalky Giant. Let's Clash of Titans then, say this fights this. And then they have no attacks to do. Good stuff. Callous Dismissal could make them replay their entire turn all over with a Beanstalk Giant, I suppose. Got Lord Drakis as well. Yeah, I guess we want to Lord Drakis. Or do we want to use that to just constantly God's Willing? Let's opt first. Let's see what we can find. Jaya's Greeting. Kills Meteor Golem. I'm going to take that. I think cleaning the board is probably pretty important. Also the extra Scry. It's very nice. Don't need that. So now I could do Lord Drakis, Callous Dismissal, the Beanstalk Giant, get back another spell as well. We have God's Willing available. We want Vadrok to be the top card. Alright, so the one that we want to return to our hand is going to be... I think it's... Could do Winged Words, I guess. Winged Words isn't too bad. Yeah, bring that back to hand. And then cast Callous Dismissal on Beanstalk Giant. And play Winged Words. Gives us Forbidden Friendship for a little bit of extra damage. And then we've got God's Willing. Tap land, pass the turn. It's going to be a tough one. It's not going to be an easy fight. But perhaps we can get there. Charge of the Forever Beast. Protection from green. Ooh, they got a Cavalier in there as well. Bottom the land. So we fizzle that spell. We've got loads of 1/1s to block the Beanstalk Giant forever. And we've got the Chevill down. It's Murmuring Mystic. Alright, so let's play Mystic. We can warrant Chevill if they block a 1/1. It's probably what we want to do. Okay, so put that on top of your library. I think we're just kind of running out of steam though, unfortunately. I was really hoping that Winged Words would give us a little bit better of a pile of options here, but unfortunately what's going to happen is they Cavalier my Vadrok now, which we invested in quite a lot. We'll go Chevill first. They could go the greedy play and wait on it, but I doubt it. Sack Paradise Druid, kill Vadrok. Yep, we'll go to the command zone. And there's Beanstalk Giant's Fertile Footsteps. Ooh, invade the city, amass X. That could win us the game. Oh, man. So we could invade the city, make an 11/11. If it lives, then we get to Vadrok, give it flying over the top and win. Well, I guess we win. Oh, that's a cool card. Didn't notice that one in the pile. So yeah, I think we kind of had it. We could mutate Vadrok if we really wanted to kill Chevill. It's basically all down to them drawing a removal spell there. We know they're going to do Beanstalk Giant, which isn't good enough, so it literally needs to have like a fight spell. And other than Chevill fighting something, it's just not really going to do it. But yeah, we managed to get there. Alright, 2-0 with this list now, I think. I got 500 XP for winning this one off the little sack of value. Have a sack of Vava, that one. Yeah, if you get 500 XP, you've basically got nothing. So, you know, here's what it is. Let's go for one more. Oh hey, we're up against Chevill again. Crazy. I don't think we can keep this hand. We do have an early Vadrok with the Poliwag symbiote, but just nothing here in our hand synergizes, to be honest, so I think we have to throw this one back. We've got no guarantee we can even draw the lands for all of our non-synergistic cards. This one has Whirlwind of Thought into it, so you know how I feel about that one by now. So I think we're going to keep this one. I do like Farfinder as a really good Vadrok target, but, you know, mutating isn't a long-term thing with Chevill, unfortunately. So we're just going to go with Fabled Passage and pass. I'm not sure what colour I want to get just yet. Maybe blue. Opponent's on a really good start. That could kill us on its own, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to go get blue. Well, we got a mountain, which means we can Farfinder at the very least. Farfinder for a plains. And there's Temple. Yeah, we need to Farfinder for planes. Yes. I don't know if I can take the chance of playing Temple and maybe not hitting a land for Whirlwind of Thought. We just can't afford to play too slowly. This card is absurd, though. Absolutely absurd. Alright, getting in for 2. That's fine. We do eventually have Clash of Titans as well. Chevill on Leyline Prowler, 2 Death Touchers going at each other. Poly K. Alright, so Whirlwind of Thought. Pass the turn. I guess they don't want to play their Chevill down, because if they put a bounty counter on Farfinder and I play literally anything else, then they've got to kill Farfinder first in order to get the bounty counter off. I'm assuming they just want to use Poly K to fight, though. That's what the delay here is. That would mean Chevill, Poly K fight. Would be fine. Okay. Goodbye, little fox. Sure. This is going to be a tough matchup. I don't know if we can win this one. To be completely honest. So, even if we could cast Clash of Titans here, which we can't, to keep in mind, Polukranos doesn't die to Death Touch, because the damage that is dealt to him is prevented, which means Death Touch doesn't actually occur. Instead, it removes the counters. So he has Death Touch protection there, which is pretty good for him. Where does that leave us? Leaves us in a situation that I don't know if we can win from, honestly. Is it Crystal and Temple, maybe? Definitely don't want more lands. I just don't want to put a creature in the way to give Chevill value. And I need better answers, so I guess it's just play non-creatures, hope for the best. I think this one's just going to be a little bit of a non-game for us, though. There's just nothing going on with our hand right now. The power of a good start is very evident right now. And they pass. Well, we do have protection to a certain extent. They have instant speed removal with Polukranos, though. Poly is a bad boy. Imagine Ral with double Clash of Titans. You can keep imagining, because it's just never going to happen. There's no way in hell he lives for a turn. What do we do here? 2, 3, 4. We could Cub Warden mutate. They fight in response, so that doesn't work. So we don't get the blockers, and then we probably just lose. I mean, I kind of feel like it's just Clash of Titans, Chevill and Leyline Prowler together. Or if they've got some other big creature I'm not thinking of that's got haste. Maybe you have to worry about that. Yeah, I mean, I can take 3 power off this attack and draw a card. It's not ideal, but it's what we're working with. So I have the 2 Death Touchers fight each other. Hope we draw something good. It is possible that we can stabilize. I'm gonna have Polukranos fight 1 creature to fizzle it. Don't know if that actually does anything, right? They go 4, 5, 6. As opposed to the 5, I guess. I guess that's okay. It's not like a huge amount of value though. And now they're at 4, a 4/4, so Cub Warden can actually survive Pelucranos. Well, rip. What do you want to go with? If they take Sea Dasher Octopus, we need an untapped land. I think they've got to go with Cub Warden, right? God's willing. Okay. Justice Strike. That's a good one. That's a good one. Alright, so now I have nothing in the yard for Vadrok. Got a temple I'm not too pleased with. Guildgate I'm not too pleased with. I guess I've got Ral Justice Strike, double minus. Yeah, I guess that's probably the play. So we draw a card. We copy the spell. So Pelucranos deals damage to itself. And we ping for copies, ping for spells being cast. Leyline Prowler deals damage to itself, which is death touching, so it will kill itself. We've cleared the board with a Ral in play. Maybe we do have a chance. And now we've got a Vadrok target in the graveyard as well. Elysian Caryatid. Okay. It's like we can always Justice Strike the Pelucranos now. Costs them 6 to get it back, so we're not seeing it anytime soon. And there's Chevill. Okay, so Scry.
You can bury your crimes, but your
Lava Coil is solid. So we play a land. How do we want to proceed here? We could go wide with Cub Wardens. That helps us stabilize quite a lot. We're pretty much just dead to a Trampler like Endra's Foreigners, which we've seen, I think, every single game from Chevill so far. So Forbidden Friendship will draw us the Lava Coil. Do I want to do anything else first? Like Talrand, perhaps? I think I actually don't mind going for Talrand. Do Forbidden Friendship. Ping our opponent, draw a card. Make a 2/2. Then we can... We could even actually go Vadrok. But I think the Lava Coil's more value. So Lava Coil, Chevill, so they don't get the bounty counter. We'll ping them. Make some 2/2s. Cyclops Electromancer is dealing 1, 2, 3, 4 damage when it enters. Swing for 1, because they won't block. And we have plenty of our own. Unless they enter as Foreigners, as we've already established. Would be very bad. Yeah, I'm just going to Vadrok Justice Strike if their entire turn is Pelucranos. They've even got a minus as well, so we could double cast whatever we get out of the graveyard. This deck's so much fun. My god. I can't wait to build my own Vadrok deck. I don't think I've ever played a pre-con deck that Wizards have made and thought to myself, I can't wait to build around this commander. Usually they just so intentionally make them bad. Okay. So. I believe we are Vadrocking with doubles. Justice Strike, Justice Strike. I think that's the plan. Just make sure this says cast. It does. So the next spell we cast will be doubled. Doesn't really matter, I mean, if it didn't work, because we're only not killing a Caryatid, but something to keep in mind. Alright, I am going to turn this token into a Vadrok. We're gonna double Justice Strike. You. Ping you. Justice Strike you. The copy pings you. Callous Dismissals, not too bad. You don't have any card advantage in here, so I don't really want to Sea Dasher Octopus necessarily. I could go with Cub Warden on a token, perhaps. That allows me to go wide, protect myself with some life linkers. I don't know. I'm kind of really wanting to go all in on Vadrok, because I'm an awful person. I don't think I should, though. I guess I could do Sea Dasher Octopus onto Vadrok, and then Forbidden Friendship. Let's make some more tokens, get some card draw, get some Ral pings. Tranquil Cove, life gains, always nice. Alright, and then let's go boop, 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 boop. I guess we might as well swing in with this one as well. If they've got Foreigners, we're just dead anyway. Draw cards. Honor the God Pharaoh. Honor the God Pharaoh. It's probably better than some of the cards we've got here. Probably better than Shock. Ping our opponent, draw a card. Triome, Jaya's Greeting. Alright, so we traded up. It's just a shame that we just drew 2 lands, which is like nothing. So we paid 3 mana for a 1/1 and a Scry. Yeah, they're in such a weirdly impossible situation now, I think. It's like Pelucranos just dies immediately as soon as I mutate Vadrok again. Oh, come on! Ah, why? God dang it! Ah, the one card, and they've found it every single game. Ugh. Well, I guess it happens. We drew 1,000,000 cards. I guess we saw a lot of the same cards as well, so, you know, it is what it is. That's such a stinger. Such a stinger of a way to go out. I think if we... There was no real good reason to hold back there. I think that's just way too conservative. Watching out for a one-of in their deck was definitely something that I don't think you do. But it was their one way of winning, I'm pretty sure. Everything else just kind of comes down. Like, there's no questing beast or anything like that. There's nothing hasty as far as I'm aware. So the rest of it's just kind of like a 1-for-1, except for Enray's Foreigners who wins on the spot. Could find finality, I guess, but I can rebuild pretty quickly from there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, weird one. That was a weird one. I suppose I've got Stonecoil Serpent. Make that huge, I can't Justice Strike it, because it's got protection from multicolored. So there's like 2 cards in their entire deck they could have hit, but the one I called is the one that I found, which is my curse. It is what it is. Yeah, I actually think this deck's real fun. It, on the face of it in the early game, always seems like it's going to lose, and then out of nowhere it just gets some disturbingly good value. I'm pretty certain it's because of this card. I don't know how good this deck is without Whirlwind of Thought, because like we never run out of options. But I guess our opponent's commander's also designed to kind of do the same thing, since that one also draws a card on removal spells. Ours just kind of draws a card on everything. So, yeah, some really nicely balanced decks, I think, here. This was a lot of fun to play around with. I can't wait to play around with my own Vadrok at some point. And yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those that kind of inspires it to a certain extent. Obviously, we'll be building it a lot better. I don't know if we'll be running Startling development, as an example. There's just some weird inclusions that, you know, Wizards likes to do for, like, pre-con decks, where they make them intentionally slightly less powerful than they could be, but you know what. It's a nice little break from standard anyway, as is pretty much anything. But yeah, Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, let me know what you think down below of the decks, the event, all that shenanigans, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.